Hi everybody, it's Honest John again. Now, past few months has seen a pretty big spike in terrorist attacks. Apparently, most of them inspired by ISIS. And though Westerners have been targeted in some of these attacks, the majority of people killed and injured have been Muslims. And not just one sect. Both Shiite and Sunni Muslims have been targeted by ISIS, culminating with 3 bombings in Saudi Arabia. One in Medina, the birthplace of the Prophet Muhammad, near a shrine dedicated to that. This is an act of sacrilege of epic proportions. It would be equivalent to a Christian trying to blow up the Sistine Chapel or the tomb of the Holy Sepulchre. Now, as an atheist, I am viscerally against all religions. Islam, Christianity, Judaism, Hinduism, you name it, I'm against it. It is my fond hope that one day these so-called holy sites will be just museums. Places where the curious will come to learn about the strange and primitive beliefs of their ancestors. I hope that sooner or later human beings will come to understand that no piece of land is any more sacred than any other piece of land. But in today's world, attacks in some places are considered to be more shocking than others. And if you're a Muslim, the attack on the shrine in Medina is one of those places. It strikes at the very heart of Islam. This attack was a repudiation of that religion by ISIS. ISIS does try to present itself as a representative of Islam, but as this attack demonstrates, they are no more representative of Islam than the Jonestown cult or the Westboro Church represents Christianity. ISIS is quite simply a death cult, like Jonestown. Now, I do hope that this attack will make it more difficult for ISIS to recruit young Muslims. But the kind of people who are attracted to ISIS or Al-Qaeda or any other terrorist groups are basically psychopaths. And even if they reject ISIS, that does not mean that they won't be attracted to some other terrorist group, or even commit acts of violence just because of their own twisted pathology. But our right-wing Christians are really not sophisticated or smart enough to understand the things that I've just said. And this includes the Republican candidate for president, Donald Trump. If there is one thing that Donald Trump is not, it's a deep thinker. He has a certain amount of shrewdness. Scams like Trump University and Trump Institute do show an ability to take advantage of the gullible. As does his book, The Art of the Deal. But you don't have to be particularly bright to do that. When I worked in psych, I met those types of people. And even though they are good at sizing up and manipulating people, they are not good at complex thinking. This is why so many of Trump's businesses end in failure. The ability to manipulate will only get you so far. It does not replace a sound understanding of how to operate in the business world. This is why so many of Trump's business ventures end in failure. This is why in all 4 of his bankruptcies, the settlement includes the provision that Trump would no longer take part in the day-to-day operation of those businesses. I mean, let's face it, if you can't run a casino, you can't run anything. That's why Trump's statements over the course of his campaign demonstrate a complete inability to grasp the complexities of foreign policy. And as for religion, well, Trump's clumsy attempts to reach out to evangelicals reveal a complete lack of understanding of his own religion. Thanks for listening.